In this video, I will briefly introduce the area of human-robot interaction. Human-robot interaction refers to the way that people and robots interact in a social world. And when I employ the word social, I mean using the same mechanism that we people use when we are relating to each other, when we are speaking to each other. So it's a richer field than just mere language or voice. It includes a lot of mechanisms of nonverbal language and the like. To begin with, for example, the shape of the robot is important because we tend to perceive differently a robot depending on its shape. For example, if it is a humanoid robot, we tend to think about that robot something like a person, although we know it is not. But somehow it makes us think about it as if it were a person. Another trait, for example, is distance, what is called proxemics. We all know that when we people interact with each other, distance is important. And it depends if it is a formal or a professional relation or a personal one. And it even depends on the culture and may be different in a Mediterranean culture or an Asiatic one. Another factor, for example, is initiative. Who begins the conversation? The robot, the person, and of course, gaze. Some robots, especially humanoid robots, have a face and some capabilities to express attitudes or emotions, and they must know how to handle it. And we have all the gestures, facial expressions, and even, for example, group dynamics. Imagine an open space with a lot of people, perhaps some of them interacting in groups. The robot must know somehow if that groups are closed groups or open groups, and if the robot is welcome to the conversation or not. And also we have all the area of emotion detection. The robot can detect emotions in humans and also emotion expression. And that drives us to the field so-called affective computing. As you can imagine, human-robot interaction is a multidisciplinary area. It includes, of course, contributions from engineering, for example, for the development of sensors. Of course, it includes contributions, a lot of contribution from artificial intelligence in order to interpret that information. But it also receives contribution from areas like psychology or even anthropology. And human-robot interaction poses some difficult, challenges, ethical challenges. For example, should we allow or are desirable a friendship between humans and robots and romantic relations? So in human-robot interaction, sometimes we also receive contributions from pure philosophy and ethics. As you can see, human-robot interaction is really a thrilling field. I hope to develop some of the ideas I've just introduced in future videos.